So, hello and welcome to another episode of the Turn 5 podcast, where weirdly we did predictions last week, but we're not bringing you a race review this week because the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix was cancelled due to the severe flooding in the region, which was probably the most sensible decision we've seen Formula One take.
It was quite early as well.
Including the time frame at which they made that decision. Was it
Tuesday or Wednesday.
Tuesday or
I
Wednesday
think
that
it
the
was a
decision
Wednesday.
came out, which is significantly better than the 2 hours before FP1 starts that they cancelled Australia when COVID kicked off. So it's a fair play to Formula One. Also fair play to the people that have been actually pitching in while they were there. I know Yuki Tsunoda's been seen sweeping streets and clearing out muck from flood affected areas. So it's good to see there are relief funds and everything available, so you can look through either the drivers' social media pages, team social medias, Formula One. There's links to those available there, and obviously we hope that everything settles down in the region and gets back to normal as soon as possible. Looking ahead, though, we have Monaco this weekend. So we'll have to make our predictions for that. Do we want to do that before or after we talk about the racing that did occur this week?
Speak of the racing that did happen first.
Yeah. So do you want to do the 24 hours of the Nürburgring, or should we kick off with F1 Academy?
Do Academy first.
Okay, so F1 Academy was back this weekend, and they were in Barcelona, and they were using the non-chicane track layout, which would probably have gone a lot better had the cars had DRS. The cars don't have DRS, so it was kind of... The racing was good in places, but for large stretches, there were gaggles of cars that were just stuck behind one slower car, but didn't quite have that speed that they needed down the home straight to make that overtake happen into turn one. Yeah, so I feel, but I think that's they don't have the overtaking assistive DRS problem rather than a circuit problem that we'll have when Formula One visit later on. I hope. I could be very wrong there. So with Formula One Academy, the qualifying sessions, obviously there's two qualifying sessions. Qualifying one results was De Hoche, Buehler, and Pulling as the top three. And qualifying two results were Buehler, Hamda Al-Kabasi, and Garcia as the top three.
There she is.
Yeah.
There she is.
Now, the results for race one don't really paint an accurate picture of how the race went. De Hoche won, but I'd say, I don't want to say they were fortunate to win, because you've still got to be there to win. But Lena Buehler, who was just cruising out in front, had a mechanical issue and had to retire, and had been leading from the get-go. So, you know, like, you win some, you lose some. De Hoche got quite lucky in that respect. Lena Buehler very unlucky in that way. But yeah, De Hoche won, Abby Pulling second, and Marta Garcia third. Race two, that's with the inverted grid positions, was Amna Al-Kabasi won, Marta Garcia second, and Abby Pulling third. And then race three, Lena Buehler did get her race win in the end. She was pretty rapid across all three races, to be honest. Hamda Al-Kabasi in second and Marta Garcia in third. So
she's still leading the championship.
I mean, she got 3 podiums in 3 races, mate. Yeah, she's annihilating the field. She's on 135 points, Hamda Al-Kabasi in second is on 94. Lena Bueller in third is on 83. Abby Pulling in fourth on 77, and Amna Al-Kabasi in fifth on 72. So she's made a pretty big gap already.
How many more races are left?
Well, 3 rounds per weekend and 4
Yeah.
more weekends.
Okay, so there's 12 more races.
Yeah. It's looking quite close in the teams though. MP Motorsport lead the way on 207 points, with Prema Racing only 4 points behind them. And then ART and Rodin are both on 120 points, so there's a bit of a gap there. But no, it looked like a reasonably decent weekend of racing. It was just the cars probably could have done with DRS.
Yeah, a bit of help.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so I know that it's probably to keep the costs down, and DRS can be quite finicky and expensive, but maybe that wouldn't even be cheap. I was thinking maybe not. Why not add the system like Formula One used to have in the form of KERS, where you just had a button with an energy store. You just get a little bit of hybrid boost. Maybe that would be maybe that's what you need. But then you'd end up in the situation. You'd probably end up in like the same situation because the driver at the front of the chain could just use their KERS at the same point. Whereas DRS, the driver at the front doesn't get it, so you have an actual advantage for the cars behind. But I don't know.
Yes.
Well, it'll be one of those things. It's just one of those things with the lower formulas, with like the lower budgets of everything, which is understandable. You can't be pumping the same amount of money that Formula One teams put into a little rinky-dink F3 car.
But even it's not guaranteed to be better to overtake. So
this is true. Anything else from racing you want to cover? The Nürburgring?
The Nürburgring 24-hour. And in that, we have the cult hero, that is Dacia Logan from Ollis Garage Racing. Now, sadly, during this race, it got
annihilated,
to say the least, by a Porsche GT4, and it could no longer go on. And there is pictures of it on Twitter, and the rear wheel's gone, the whole back suspension's gone. And on the car, it's got a decal of Dacia versus Goliath. I think Goliath's won that.
Yeah, Goliath's destroyed it.
Yeah.
And then again, the Porsche didn't come off much better, did it?
No, the Porsche was also obviously out of the race. But yeah, the whole of social was very upset by what happened, but they said, don't cry. Whatever. Don't cry because it happens, but smile because it happened, or whatever.
Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened.
Yeah, that's the saying. And
I thought you were going down the "Don't cry for me, Argentina" route. I was like, what?
No, I haven't heard that one.
Oh god, it's old song.
All days, yeah. We'll live to die another day.
We'll live on in the memory.
We might
if they can rebuild it.
Yeah,
I think it'll probably be easy to just start again.
Get Sandero in there.
Get a Lada.
Yeah,
that'd be an absolute wagon.
They should do that. It's just like the wagon 24-hour. Just get like Fiat Pandas.
Well, there's already a Citroen C1 racing league in the UK.
Yeah, that's not family wagons, is it?
No, that's little rinky-dink cars instead. Which to me is still quite amusing. I mean, you could have like the Citroen C1, the Peugeot 107, the Hyundai i10s, whatever the little Kia version is.
The Chevrolet whatever one as well.
Chevy Spark, yeah.
Mitsubishi Holt.
Yeah, see, all of you could have a whole league of just little rinky-dink little
Just
cars,
it's a whole category.
1.0 liter only,
Yeah.
turning out a maximum of 100 horsepower if you're lucky. Oh god, that'd
We
be
also
funny.
had, yeah, it would be quality. We also had the Indy 500 qualifying,
Oh yes.
and whereas Callum looks to be 103rd, apparently. And then Roman's 19th. And on pole is Alex Pillow, who was meant to go to AlphaTauri, but FIA said no.
Super license points, am I right?
Yeah.
Oh well. Technically means isn't he still part of McLaren? So he's in the arrows, isn't he?
I don't know.
But
He's not in the McLaren Arrows, though. I know
oh,
that.
okay, I
Because
thought it was one
that's
of the ones that Pato Award.
Pato, Felix, and Rossi.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. Still, we'll see. I'd the amount of teams or the amount of interest that's been shown in getting an IndyCar driver over, I wouldn't be surprised if either Award or Pelot managed to make it across.
Oh, yeah, it's Pelot maybe, but I'm not sure about Pato.
It just depends on
I
the
think he's
super
on.
license points, doesn't it? So
I think he's on the fence a little bit. Oh, it's Kumisato's in 8th as well.
it's geez, he's doing all right.
I'm pretty sure he won it last year, didn't he? It was
He might
pretty
have
sure
done
he won
actually,
it
yeah.
last year.
He's one of those guys that you just
He's
I mean,
definitely won
he's
it.
like Fernando Alonso. Just
Yeah.
can't rule him out.
But yeah, it was, oh, there you go. Callum's 28th. That's where he is. So it's not bad. And then it's 500, so anything can happen.
Well, yeah, exactly. When's the actual race for that? Was that this weekend or next week?
Yeah, it'd be Sunday night, I think.
28th, yeah. That sounds about right. So we can watch Monaco, get really bored, and then go and watch the Indy 500. Perfect.
Yeah, get really bored.
Mm.
It gets all right the last 50 laps or so is when it gets interesting.
Yeah. Should we
Because
do
half of
Monaco
it's
predictions then?
yeah.
Because half of the Indy 500 is just strategy that
Reliability.
yeah. Well, because there's points for leading the race at certain stages. So you get people that will go for that, but then completely jeopardize the rest of their strategy. So anyway, we have street circuits to deal with first.
Yeah.
It's Monaco time, baby. Will Charles Leclerc live up to the curse of Monaco? Will Max Verstappen actually win this year? Or will Sergio Perez twat it into the barriers at Portier again?
If he does, then he's in big
It's a
trouble.
conspiracy, yeah.
Yeah.
Tinfoil hats are back on.
Door. Yeah.
Max will be demanding to go first this time.
Yeah.
Perez will just crash behind him and bring out the red flag anyway.
It's broken. Warm up that. How's he crashed?
Right. I've got Chris
It'd be interesting actually, especially with the tires now.
Yeah, true.
It might take him 3 laps just to warm up.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Even more boring bits. Right. We've got Chris and Nia's phoned in reactions to this. So Ben, who are you going to put on poll?
Charles Leclerc.
Oh, okay. Chris and Nia have both gone for Max Verstappen. I'm also going to go for Max Verstappen purely because he was like 3/10 up before Perez brought out the red flag last year. Who are you going to put on your podium?
Leclerc, Verstappen, Perez.
You've got him to break the curse.
Yep.
Oh my god. I'm gonna go for Verstappen, Perez. Do I want to just? I'm torn here. Do I just Alonso
Brilliant.
or Leclerc or Sainz?
All Stroll.
Let's be real. Come on, he's not been on Alonso's pace.
Not been on his own pace.
I'm out the front, so I don't have to take any risks really. I'm going to put Leclerc.
Surely you'd say Alonso then without taking risks.
You'd think, but Ferrari go well at Monaco before they
Yeah.
shoot themselves with strategy. So
Thought about.
we're just going to wait and see. I don't think Aston Martin are particularly good at Monaco. Historically, they've been kind of mid. Admittedly, their car hasn't been as good as their car they have this year, but they've still been pretty mid.
Yeah.
Ben, bold prediction, please, mate.
Leclerc to break the
Okay, yeah.
curse.
I'll just put Leclerc to actually win.
Yeah.
Chris has gone for at least 5 on-track overtakes.
But does it count if the car's in the pit lane and he gets overtaken?
No, because that's not on track. So I think he's off his rocker on that one.
Maybe he needs like 3 or 4 from the start, and then he could be onto one. But
I just don't see it. Nia has decided to reuse her existing one from Imola because that did not go ahead. So both McLaren's top 8.
interesting.
That ain't happening.
I don't know if they go better at a track that's slow speed because they struggle with drag. Or it will just make the car even worse because it's such slow speed.
Yeah. It's a fine balance.
Yeah.
Oh, what do I want to do for bold?
McLaren have not really gone well around Monaco, apart from 21 where Lando got very lucky.
Yeah. Let's pick a random driver from the lower half of the field and say Nico Hulkenberg. And then we'll say top 9. I think we can make that work.
Yeah.
Hulkenberg in the top 9. It's a good quality and a clean race. That's the thing. You just got to keep your nose clean and you'll be all right. Lap down showdown. Who are you picking?
Logan.
There's 78 laps of this Grand Prix.
Yeah, so I said lap 34 and 2 laps.
2 laps down. Okay. Because he's under pressure, I'm going to pick De Vries. I'm going to say he gets lapped on 42. And we'll finish 1 lap down.
It's a very split weekend for him because he could either be the hero or just be still 0.
Yeah. But he needs a good result to get the pressure off his back.
Yeah, I think.
But actually, he needs more than one good result.
Yeah, he just needs he can't really have mediocrity this race.
He needs to continually
perform. Be a good race.
So it's harsh, but it's very much against him at the minute.
Yeah.
But equally, he is a proven racer and should be doing better.
And with Formula E, he loves the street circuit.
True.
So this should be a strong point.
So if he is first lap here, he's truly mudded. Chris and Nia both went for Logan Sargent as well. Chris elected for lap 36 and 2 laps down, while Nia went for lap 40 and 1 lap down.
I have just. There's one other thing.
Oh,
Kobayashi and Maldonado are in my team as icons.
the Sauber Dream Team is back. That could be interesting.
Maldonado is your teammate. Incredible.
How to ruin your season in one signing.
Yeah.
It's telling us how to either ruin your season or take out half the field in front of you.
Someone's going to make him world champion.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be like within 3 days of launch, it's going to be Pastor Maldonado, world champion. You just know it's going to happen. Oh my God, that'd be brilliant.
That's funny.
It's what another month before that game comes out?
Yes, the 16th.
Oh, okay. 3 weeks. Still haven't pre-ordered it. Probably not going to. Car insurance is due for renewal this month, so this is going to be fun. It's going up apparently, so we need to start looking at other places. Hooray again! Anyway, that will wrap us up for this week's episode of the Turn 5 podcast. Join us at the same time next week, where hopefully we'll be back up to more of the full contingent than we currently are.
Yeah.
Thanks to Ben for actually usually always being here.
Nothing better to do.
Fair.
Actually, no, I could be playing Walking Dead, so.
Wow, okay. Jesus.
This is wasting my time.
We will see you at the same time next week for our reactions to the Monaco Grand Prix. Thank you for listening and or watching, and goodbye.